Saint Herman was born in Russia around the year 1756 and became a monk at the age of 16. He entered the Trinity Sergius Hermitage near St. Petersburg. After some time, his abbot gave him permission to go live as a hermit in the wilderness. As Russia grew, the Aleutian Islands were discovered, and the Metropolitan decided to send 10 men to Alaska to preach the true faith. Among those selected was Saint Herman. The 10 men traveled to the islands, and thanks to their preaching, thousands of pagans became Christians. Eventually, after many years, St. Herman settled down on Spruce Island, which was small and almost entirely covered by a forest. After arriving, he dug himself a house and covered it with sod. The native Aleut people quickly grew to love St. Herman, who they called Appa, which means grandfather. St. Herman built a school, a church, and an orphanage for the people. He also worked many miracles. Once, he was seen carrying a fallen log that would normally take 4 men to lift. All the animals were his friends. He would feed the bears out of his hand. Once, a terrible fire threatened to burn down the Aleuts' homes. St. Herman, with the help of his disciple, quickly dug a small trench about 3 feet wide in front of the village. The next day, the fire approached the village, pushed by a strong wind. Everyone thought the village was doomed, except St. Herman. When the fire reached the small trench, it stopped in its tracks. The village and the thick forest beyond were saved. Another time, an enormous tidal wave rushed towards the island, threatening to crush everything in its path. As everyone ran for higher ground, St. Herman grabbed an icon of the Holy Theotokos and placed it on the beach. He stood calmly as the water raced towards it, towering over the trees. But as the water curved over his head, it miraculously stopped in mid-air, going no farther than where the icon stood. The Aleuts' fear turned to amazement, and they fell down and praised God. After many years, St. Herman fell asleep in the Lord at the age of 81. When he reposed, his face glowed, and a pillar of light was seen rising from where his body lay. Holy St. Herman, pray to God for us.